The majority of Monday's spent over here. Steve's 2003. The exhaust is out, heat shields are off, drive shaft still in there. Mike pulled off the valve covers today and started the cleaning under the hood. I think they're about ready to get resealed sometime tomorrow. It's got new stainless brake lines in it. Some of the suspension's getting ready to come apart. I replaced the center console armrest tray, and armrest handle. All three components in there today. And we've got more Imola cars. Check this out. This is a repeat visitor. Gentleman lives up in the Bay Area. 02 M5 Imola. Absolutely incredible spec car. 120 some thousand miles. And it's here, mostly rear suspension work, hood struts and oil change, but forward rear control arms, sway links, beast power, sway bar bushings or brackets rather, and maybe an AC belt, kind of a trivial 2-day type service. So that'll begin tomorrow. He has to pick up the car Thursday, but I head out of town on Wednesday, so I'll be overseeing some of that. This afternoon, I've been working on mine, and it's been a whole hell of a lot of fun. Not really. We've got no sunroof in it. The headliner doesn't sag anymore, which I'm very happy about. Even back in Ohio, the right rear kind of head cutout pocket started to sag, so I peeled it down and put some spray adhesive in there, and it actually worked relatively well. But then the driver's side started to do the same thing, and the repair was not at all successful. And every time I looked at it, it was worse. It just grew, and it was like all the way over here, just sagging and flapping in the breeze. So that headliner's gone. This is a used one out of a 03 M5 with about 100,000 miles that we parted a couple of years ago. It's the nicest condition one that I had. And aside from, I think I got it out with my fingernail. Somewhere back here, there was just like a little white spot, but that's gone. I got the handles back in place. Rear parcel shelf is out. I'm going to recover that. Reason being, one, it's slightly faded, but two, more importantly, all of the glue is let go, and if you touch it, it just ripples and all the fabric's loose. So I figured, well, we're going to work on the headliner, and the C-pillars are already out. I'd like to minimize the times that those things have to come out. We might as well do it once, do it right. So we'll recover the shelf in the back. I broke one of the speaker grills removing it, so we'll replace those. Depending on the price, I may also do the 3 child safety plastic things, since those are, I replaced them 10 years ago, but again, I want to do it once, do it right, and then not have to touch it for another 10 or 20 years. C-pillars are going to be rewrapped because they're faded as well. I want everything to match. B-pillars have some wear on the front edge. They're not in the car right now, but here where the seat belt rubs it or you brush it getting in and out of the car, those had wear, so we're going to rewrap those. I have new factory A-pillars that I'm about to put in, and then I put in my center console headliner panel with the home link, and it was way more brown than the headliner, so I'm just going to have that rewrapped and hope that it matches relatively well. If I get all this done and it doesn't match, I'm going to be super pissed, and what that'll probably mean is I will take out the headliner and go have that wrapped with the same material so everything matches. That would be really, really obnoxious, and I hope that isn't the case, but we'll see after I get back from the upcoming trip and pick up the pieces. I would have put the sunroof glass back in, but I decided to do the sunroof slider as well, where the Alcantara wraps around the front and then glues down. As soon as I touch that, it's all starting to peel. So I don't think I'm very far from having that sag. And while the glass is out, let's just do it. We took a pause on the British Columbia car today. He added a couple real small things to the work scope, like wiper blades, so no big deal. That'll go in tomorrow. We'll get that left rear door panel back on. Really, we're waiting on the cluster to come back so we can drive it over for an alignment, and we've got to wait for rain to stop, which happens Thursday. Yes, that's right, raining again. Day probably 7 out of the last 10. Ridiculous. But we are approaching the end of this project. He's going to pick it up right when I get back from the trip. That's great news. This is the car we took in on Sunday. Immaculate 01 M5, 55,000 miles. And he's in no hurry, but we're going to be doing an MPI on this and then building a work schedule from there. And the same owner owns the Imola M3. So we'll present him with both of those MPIs and build his plans. And my goodness, is that a beautiful color. You put it next to Ferrari red and it looks dark and dirty, but in here, next to all the silvers and grays that BMW is famous for, it just pops.